Hi, I am Shagon, and you're welcome to another amazing episode of the Diary of a Human Being, a place of fun, truth, and therapy. See, in case my neck is doing somehow in this video, in case I'm doing like a robot, the thing is actually hurts. I think I slept on it, and they say pain is good. Okay. Now, the main essence of this particular episode is to try my best to remind us of what it means to be human. I'm not talking about black, I'm not talking about white, I'm not talking about colored or multicolored. What it actually means to be human. A lot of things have happened in the last few days. Killings, white supremacy, killings of all sorts. And then, coming back to Nigeria, a lot of things have also happened. Shootings, rapes and stuff. And it just keeps me wondering about a lot of things. What is really happening? So I'm not here to say, white is doing this, the black is doing this. I'm here to go to the deep root of what could be happening, based on a little research that I've done. And of course, all those things are my opinions and my thoughts. Based on the little research that I have done, I've been able to come up with what I think might be wrong. I'm not sure this is just about, the whites hating the blacks or the blacks. There's something about being black. There's something about an information that was sold that we need to know. And I'm going to try as much as possible to make sure I break this down. And again, this is solely my opinion. You're welcome once again to Diary of a Human Being. A lot of things have happened in the last few weeks. The white guy who killed the black guy. A lot of things have happened. All the protests, the Black Lives Matter, I can't breathe again stuff. I was beginning to think again, like I'd always think, that something has to be wrong with the white folks. I mean, why are they treating us this way? Until it happened that it now came back down to Nigeria, and it was now a case of the black also killing the black. And I'm wondering, what exactly is the problem? Is there an information that has been said about the black people or the word black that the whites are acting on and the blacks are also subconsciously acting on? Is there something about the black? And then I did a research, just a little research, and these things are just purely my thoughts and my opinions. You don't have to accept them, but there are things that I did, and at some point they made me really sad. I even made a post on my social media that made me really, really sad. During the course of my research, I was reminded of something that happened while I was growing up, and you might be able to relate with this if you're schooled in Nigeria. You realize that at some point, I think it was social studies or integrated science, one of those subjects, we were told that we evolved from being apes to being what we are right now. We evolved from being apes to being what we are right now. So they named it, they said they said man was first Homo habilis, then it moved to being Homo erectus, and then finally became Homo sapiens. Now the definition of the Homo sapiens is that man now became a social animal or a higher animal. I mean, look at this constellation, the animal, but higher animal. So I think that narrative is one of the reasons that we behave the way we behave. Because if we look at it vividly, all the while we were taught then, the images we saw were images of black people. This particular ideology was also brought, it was brought from wherever it is it was brought from. And then we were taught, and it was so bad that if they set an exam, for example, and you wrote something otherwise, you will be failed for saying that you are not a descendant of apes. So, unfortunately, as much as we don't say these things, in fact, we probably think we don't remember, it has formed a subconscious narrative in our minds. And we are living this narrative. And that automatically just makes us feel like we are inferior. Yes, we are superior to animals, but we seem like we are inferior to a certain set of people. Unfortunately, also, this same information is what the white folks have about us. So if you ask me, I think that the whites have a certain information about themselves, and they have one information about us. We also have an information about ourselves, and we have a certain information about them. So it boils down to asking 4 questions. During the course of my research, I just wanted to ask these questions, and I was thinking about it myself, and I said, number one, what does the white guy think about himself when he sees himself? Number two, what does the white guy think about the black guy when he sees the black guy? Number three, what does the black guy think about himself when he sees himself? Number four, what does the black guy think about the white guy when he sees the white guy? Now, this was when the depth of the matter came to me, and I began to really think about it. And I'm going to personalize this. This is not me trying to say that I'm one guru who knows about. No, I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking about it aloud, about how I sincerely, genuinely think about myself and how I sincerely, genuinely think about the white folks. So, for example, for me, sincerely speaking, there is a subconscious narrative that just naturally says to me, and I'm going to be very truthful with you, that says to me that, hey, come on, the white guy is actually more superior. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's somewhere stored in my head. And that's the reason that you go to churches, for example, and the prayer that's being prayed is that you're going to be great, you are going to go places, you are going to travel to the white man's land, and people are screaming amen, because there is a thought about when you attain the level of being around white people. So for example, I post a picture on social media, a picture of myself with a particular white guy, and we snap together, and the comments begin to roll. Wow, great guy, congratulations, this is wow, we global now, you're doing great, oh my God, I tap into your anointing, I tap into the blessing, we global. And this is the same reason that professors in Africa, in Nigeria specifically, who have come up with a cure, who have said that they have a cure for coronavirus, for example, would forever be shut up. Why? Because it is just in our subconscious to believe that we don't. Don't be silly. Can anything good come out of a social animal? A higher animal? I think that's the way we think. So we don't even think and believe that something good can come out of us. And it is the way that we see ourselves that people all around the world are seeing us. So it's not about them just making up your mind to intimidate. There is a way they see us. And not because they want to see us that way. Number one, they have an information. Number two, we are also seeing ourselves in that exact way. I mean, is it not surprising that in schools, for example, students are punished for speaking their own indigenous language? They say it's vernacular. They punish you. They say you have to speak English. They say you have to speak in a particular way. Is it not funny that you can hardly get a job as an OAP or a radio and TV presenter in this part of the world if you cannot speak in a particular way? See, it would have been easier if it was just the white people seeing us this way. Unfortunately, we are the ones creating the way we want to be seen. We are the ones who have not understood that we are really humans. We say it, but we don't act it. We're actually beginning to act like the animals that we have been called. And that's why I said this thing is very deep and it's subconscious. There is a slavery going on, and it is called mental slavery. And we have bought into it so much that we will defend this thing. Some of us will defend this thing till we'll die. We'll defend an origin we have not questioned till we die. Although we're not saying it, that is what is happening in our subconscious. So most times when we carry the placards, and we chant Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, what we are really saying and really not saying is that we accept the fact that we're inferior. But hey, give us a chance. We have rights too. We're inferior, but we have rights too. We're even forgetting to mention, to even say that, come, we are humans, you are humans. There's no black, there's no white. We are just humans. We are just all humans together. And it is until we get to that point when we know, I'm not just saying that when we just confess it, when we know and we deeply believe that we are first humans before we are blacks, then that is when things will begin to happen right. And they will begin to also treat us like they treat themselves. The point is not even for them to now treat us in a certain way. The point is for everybody to just be human. When last did we act as human beings? In every part of the world. Every man is hating another man. Every man is trying to rip off another man. Somebody is trying to take advantage. Somebody is trying to cheat people just because of money, power, and superiority. How did we come to this? What happened to us? Like how did we really get here? It is my hope and my prayer that someday soon we will begin to truly become human again. and love like human and love ourselves for who we are and love the person who God created, and then begin to love one another too. This is about the fact that a lot of us, white, black, tall, short, have stopped being human. A lot of us have lost humanity, we've lost love, we've lost empathy. It is my deepest hope that someday all of us can be human again. No superior, no inferior, no black, no white, no multicolored, no social animal, no higher animal, no lower animal. All of us can actually be truly human and love like we should love and care like we should care, and realize that as blood is flowing through my body, blood is also flowing through another man's body. And if I think that way, I would not even think of using a pin on that person, let alone killing that person. I would not think of forcefully doing stupid things to another person. It is my prayer that we are going to be human again. If this is everything I'm going to be saying all my life, I think it's worth it. Oh, by the way, if you are still waiting for me to ask you to please subscribe to my channel and beg you to subscribe to this channel and tell you how I will see you in the next episode and how much I need your support to subscribe and click on the notification button. If that's what you're waiting for, sorry, you will not. I won't say it. I won't say it. I won't. I'm serious. I won't tell you to subscribe to this channel, because why should I be telling you that? I mean, what's my gain really if I'm telling you to subscribe to this channel? If I'm telling you to click the subscribe button and click on the notification button, what is my gain? What is my gain? I mean, what will it do to me if I tell you that now? So I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to mention it. A lot of people say it, but I am not going to say subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm begging you, please. I won't say it. I won't say it. I'm not saying it. Oh, by the way, before I leave, let us see what we have on the DMA segment. All right, so I'll see you in my next episode, and I'm hoping that I would not be this pissed and sad and angry. I think if you look at this side of my face, I think I look a little angry and pissed, yes. I thought about it all morning, and I was like, where did we go wrong? Where did we go wrong? What is happening to us? What is happening to us? It feels like my thoughts are actually a bit scattered. So in your head, just arrange them when you're watching this. Just arrange them, and I hope that we will begin to, be human again. All right, so I'll see you in my next episode, and do not forget to subscribe. No, I said I was not going to say that. You cannot force me to say what I don't want to say. So do watch out for the next episode, and it promises to be more fun, more inspiring, more of the truth and therapy. My name once again is Shagon, and I plead, let us be human again. This is the diary of a human being. Peace out.